Hey, everybody, listen, come on through. Happy Friday. Royaire and I got an announcement, people. We about to blend the older generation with the newer generation. We're going to do a little podcast, but Royaire is about to come in the building and let y'all know what's going down. Happy Friday, everybody. Don't forget, hit that like button. Hey, Royaire.
Hey, excuse me, y'all. I'm so sorry. Hey, Auntie Diva. Hey, everybody. Welcome. How's everybody doing? It's so good to be here on this Friday evening. Okay, sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to get things together for us.
It's only a test.
It's just a test. Listen, tonight is a test run, y'all. We're going to have a little bit of fun on this test run. We're going to join this ride. We're getting on Diva's train. Y'all know what you must do. You must hit the like button. If you have not subscribed to this channel and you've been watching, or this is your first time, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I guarantee you after tonight, you will be back for more on Diva's channel. Okay, so listen, welcome everybody into the room. As y'all know, this is Lady Diva. I am Prince Royaire, and we are here for Lady Diva and Prince Royaire Speaks pilot podcast, okay? And our purpose tonight, me and Diva, we talked, we had a conversation, and we said, listen, we got to bridge the gap. We got to bring the gap between the older, the younger, the middle, the babies. We got to bring them all on one accord. And we got to have some real, honest, loving, funny, and fun conversations. We got, because a lot of the times I think, Diva, all of us have been through the same thing.
Yes.
And I feel like if we had conversations about what we've been through or what we've seen or what we're talking about, we would see that we have more in common than what we think we don't. So that is our purpose for tonight, y'all. We just gonna come together. We're gonna have some popping topics. We're gonna have a little message in the mess. And we're gonna open up the chat for y'all to come in and then have the conversations with us, okay? So Auntie Diva.
Wait, hold on, because our niece is getting on us right now. Shan, don't do that. She said, hey, congratulations, y'all always leave me out of everything. No, we don't, and we love you, and we're going to talk to you. We'll talk to you on the sideline.
Listen, this was just a spare the moment.
We never know if we're going to broaden the amount of people we have in this thing. So let us pull it together. But no, we did not forget about you, and we love you. Mm-hmm. The lady and the prince. Oh, come on. Who done Dot Willie? You see, look at that. Come on. I'm loving it. Thank you. Hey, Sebastian. Don't call her lady. Diva is a queen, a monarch. Okay. Listen, we just trying things out here.
We just trying.
Open to your feedback. Send us emails, and we're going to start the podcast off with like once a week, okay? And then you never know, we may become like Charlemagne and the God up in this piece, okay? We trying to do what we trying to do over
here. All day, every day, entertaining y'all day and night, okay? Listen, if y'all want it, y'all let us know. We can make it happen.
Make it happen. Sharon, we love you, and we know that, and it's all good. So listen here, guys. Thank you for coming through for our test here with our podcast, okay? Let us know if you like the name or if we should maybe have a different name. Throw the name in the chat again there on Royaire, what we're going to call the show. But we're open for feedback because y'all know we love y'all and y'all be coming up with some good names for us. So what is the name again that we came up with?
Right now we are saying Lady Diva and Prince Royaire Speaks podcast.
But y'all tell us. Y'all talk to us.
Let us know. Let us know what you think. Let us know. We are open to suggestions. That is what tonight is about. Diva is a queen. And you know what? I was gonna add queen on there, Diva, but we had not really talk. So I
Right.
just did Lady Diva because she
Whoop,
is a
whoop,
lady at the end of the day, too.
lady.
You could be a queen and not be a lady now.
So listen, guys, please shoot us names, okay? Shoot us ideas. We're working this thing
Oh,
out, but the
not the
idea.
Royal Express. Okay,
Woo!
Sebastian. Oh, oh. Choo choo.
That is so cute. Thank you, God Willie. That is so cute. All right, Royaire, we're in the building. Let's
We're
get this
here.
thing
Let's
started.
get it
Okay.
going. Okay.
Go ahead. You
Well,
start
we're
us
gonna
off.
open up, y'all, with Black History Moment. Okay, we're gonna have a little Black History Moment, and so Diva, if you can bring up that, yes, perfect. So this right here, everyone, and I'm sorry, I'm just getting my notes. This right here, everyone, this is Dr. Carter G. Woodson, and if you don't know, this is the gentleman who got Black History Month all started off in the first place, okay? So, Black History Month, the celebration of Black History Month began as a Negro History Week, which was created in 1926 by Dr. Carter G. Woodson, okay? A noted African American historian, scholar, educator, and publisher. It became a month long celebration in 1976. The month of February was chosen to coincide with the birthdays of Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln. So I wanted to shout this out because, first of all, I did not know this. I was just sitting here and I was like, it's Black History Month. And I wonder where this all kind of came from. So let's do the research. And I literally typed in, how did Black History Month get started? And
Mm.
boom, Dr. Carter G. Woodson. So we thank you, sir. We thank your family. Thank you for the sacrifice. Thank you, sir, for something that happened, just for a week. We have created a whole month for it. And so that is something that should be celebrated, though we celebrate Black history all day, every day, year round. We want to acknowledge the gentleman who started it for us all, Dr. Carter G. Woodson. So
Give it up for
applause to him.
Dr. Carter G. Woodson. And also, guys, now don't feel so slighted because people used to feel so slighted saying, oh, why February, the shortest month in the year? Well, listen, that wasn't on purpose, okay? They wasn't trying to slight us. This just happens to be a very good reason as to why they selected the month of February. I'm glad for the acknowledgement, and I'm glad it's an actual entire month, okay? Because some people just get a day. We got a whole month. Let's embrace it, And there's this one motivational speaker that I always love to listen to, and he said, you know what? Don't look at things as happening to you. Look at things as happening
Happening
for
for
you,
you.
okay?
Yes.
So
Ooh,
this is
yes.
something amazing that happened for us, and I love it, okay? And listen, guys, we're also going to need, as we're going through this way, y'all been coming up with some great suggestions. So we're going to go be looking back in the chat for all your suggestions, and then maybe we'll, do a survey of all the top names here, and y'all will pick from the survey which
Yes, we
one
could
y'all
do
like
a
the
vote. We
best,
could do a vote
and
for that.
do a
Yes.
vote for that. And then
Okay.
in addition to that too, we gotta have like a theme opening, video that we're gonna film. So listen, guys, help us out. We need y'all.
Yes.
We're doing this thing, okay? Bridging the old with the new, okay?
Period.
But this was a great Black History moment. Dr. Carter G. Woodson, don't tell us that we never taught you anything, okay? Y'all heard it from us. All
Okay.
right. Thank you. All
Period.
right,
We
go
over
ahead.
here learning, educating, experiencing, loving, laughing. We doing it all over here, y'all. So that's what we doing. We want to do our Black Excellence moment, and I'm going to give our Black Excellence moment this week to, first of all, LeBron James did make history this week as well. So we want to shout out to him. But thank you for the history that he has made. And I think it was 38,000 plus
Points.
shots Points,
Get
yes.
points.
Boom, there you go. Listen, I'm not into look, I'm not one of the sports
We're not
girls,
those
y'all.
sports
So
people.
yeah, we not that, but we're gonna do the best we can to give you what you want, okay? So
We
if
don't
that's
judge
what you
us.
want, you
Oh,
let us
look
know
at
that you
this.
want it, and I will do the work, okay? But our Black Excellence shout out is to Akron Public School, I Promise School. And so this is a charter school actually that LeBron James has created for inner city students and children to come to his school to learn not just educational but life resources to help them make it through life and become successful. He pays their full time there, and then he as well pays for them to go to college anywhere that they choose. He also gives the parents of these wonderful children the opportunity to go to school in a local college in Akron, and I believe there are certain other requirements or other colleges that you can go out to, I believe. But I just wanted to shout out I Promise School. This is a school that is doing Black excellence in the community. They are taking in students that look like us who may not have what we have, the blessings that we have, but he is turning their lives around, giving them a different mindset, showing them what life can be outside of the environment that they grow up in. So we just wanted to say shout out to LeBron James and shout out to I Promise School.
I mean, do you know what? The other day when we talked about this, Royaire, I didn't know so much about him, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I was really in awe because I'm like, wow, what a great human being. You know, there's another quote that they say, "Too much is given, much is required." Well, like he's been given much and he's doing a lot with it. So I
Mm-hmm.
wish him nothing but the best. I think this first of all, it's a great name, right? I Promise.
Yes,
Like
I
that's a
love
great
it.
name for a school, right? Like I promise you, almost like you're gonna come to this school, great things are gonna happen. And on top of that, you're gonna get to go to college and you won't have to worry about a student loan or how you're gonna pay for that bill once you do go to college. I mean, you got this man is amazing. Amazing. And you know, some people talk the talk, but they don't walk with, the
Come
talk.
on now.
But honey, he's talking the talk and walking the walk,
Look at
okay?
these babies. Look at
Yeah,
this
okay.
school.
Look
Look
at
at
that
them.
school. Look at that school.
Yes.
We are family, okay?
Ooh,
Yes. And I even
I
like the
love
way
it.
the school is kind of set up there. Just amazing. I love it. And it seems like so much energy. To me, that shows like an environment that you want your kid to be
To be a
educated in.
part of.
Yeah,
Yes.
the what you want your kid
Yes.
to be part of. So I love it. Let me see. 2 minutes in, and I'm absolutely loving it. Like, oh my God, KLG. Thank you. Definitely riding the train all the way with you guys. And listen, I'm glad y'all are.
Yes.
We appreciate it. Yes. So yes, I promise, give it up. Okay. What a
Listen,
wonderful, amazing school.
wonderful. And listen, you guys go to the website, check it out. LeBron James does give of his personal money to fund this school. There are others involved, but it is always helpful to donate. I am a giver. I'm always donating. So I will definitely be donating because I did not know that they were taking public donations. So I'm definitely going to be donating to this school because we have to keep these schools, these type of environments alive in our communities. And the only way to keep them alive is for us to fund them and keep pushing them and supporting them. So shout out to LeBron James, shout out to I Promise, shout out to the Akron school, of it
The
all. Shout
community,
out.
right? Shout out.
Yes.
You know, quick story, Royer. My son, when he was, because now they go to school like it's pre-K. It's like out the womb,
Weird.
they in some type of
Yeah.
learning center, right?
Yes.
But the one he went to, the name of it was called Kitty College, right?
Mm.
What I loved about that particular school is, I was a new mom. I was a new older mom. I had my son at 35. And he just if it was up to me, he probably would still be dependent on me for everything, right? But when I took him to the school at 2, he was still drinking from a bottle, not a sippy cup, from a bottle. He was still wearing a diaper or a pull-up or something, right? And when I got there and all them kids his age was all advanced, they looked at me like, mommy, what's going on here? Okay. They told me that next day, they said, leave that bottle at home. Okay. They said, bring him in his underwear. I'm like, what? But he never, they said, bring him in his underwear, leave that bottle at home, and he's going to be fine. And can I tell you, when I say it takes a village, they helped me, move him to the next level, because I promise you, when he came there the next time with his with the underwear on and with his sippy cup, he fell right in line. And
Wow.
so it's great to have schools like that, because sometimes as parents, you don't know and you don't have the resources. But when you go to facilities like this that will help you make your child a great human being, you got to give it up to those particular schools. So that was a good highlight. I promise. Listen, we love y'all and love everything that you're doing over there. All right. So go ahead, Roya. What we got next?
So listen, y'all. If you have Black excellence, Black positive shout outs, as we said, this is a test run. Yes, she does, right? Uh-oh, Diva accidentally clicked herself out, so she'll be back in. But like I said, this is a test run. So if you have Black excellence, if there is Black history you want to share, please, once we start the show, send us emails, send us whatever you want us to shout out, because this is all about us coming together on one accord and sharing. And so we are gonna set up an email for this specific show once we get an
Mhm.
actual show title, so that you can email your Black excellence, your Black shout outs. We want to do business shout outs as well eventually, because we thinking big. We going big, y'all. We blowing up. Okay. So yes, we're gonna slide on out of our Black excellence and history, and we're gonna slide into popping topics. Okay. And our first popping topic, y'all, we gotta pray. I'm gonna open this up with saying this. Mental health is real,
Mhm.
and um I think that we all should be evaluated.
Mhm.
We all need to have an evaluation.
Mhm.
So we're gonna talk
By
about
professional. By
by
professional.
professional, by
Yeah.
professional, not
Not your
nobody on TV,
girlfriend. Not your
not
friends.
we don't need no more TV. No, we need a couch in a room with no
Yes.
cameras, nobody,
Yes.
you and the doctor, and we're
That
about to
part.
talk. Okay, alrighty. So this young woman, I believe her name is pronounced Legina Gold. Legina Gold alleges to be the daughter of the now gone Aaliyah Halton, excuse me, and the now locked up Robert Kelly. Um, and so she said that she just now decided to come out because she feels like her story needs to be told. And
Mm.
she wants people to know who she is, and she
Mhm.
wants to speak up for her mother, because
Mm.
apparently she knows some stuff that her mother knew that we didn't get an opportunity to know about. So I guess she feels like she got the right to share that. And
Mhm.
so she got on her TikTok. And when she got on her TikTok, I'm like, okay, this was before I seen this young lady. I seen the article. I'm like, okay, maybe this girl, maybe. Mm-mm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, y'all. My name is Love. My given name. I am the biological daughter of Aliyah Houghton and Robert Kelly, R. Kelly, and I just want to tell my truth and tell my mother's truth, because I feel like it's time and it's needed. I feel that I went through so many things as far as keeping this identity and then living with different family members that was there to, the industry. You guys know how it can get. And I just want the world to know that the best part of me, and I am also extension of my mother, Aliyah Houghton. I been shipped around or constantly as far as when I was young.
Okay. So now Diva, I don't know about you, but sis didn't comb her hair. She
Mm-mm.
didn't put on no clothes. Really, I was very confused. For you to be trying to come out and talk about Aaliyah is your mama and R. Kelly is your daddy, I need some presentation to come forth, sweetheart. I need some presentation to come forth. Number one. Number two, now if you watch the video, and you can go to her TikTok and watch this. Now in the video, she says that she didn't want to announce that R. Kelly was her dad, but here we are. And I was just confused because I'm like, girl, well, if you didn't want to announce this was your dad, why are we even having this conversation? What are we talking about?
I'm waiting for her real parents to stand up. And ask the whole world, forgive my daughter. This girl is different. Why did she wait till this man went to jail before she spoke up? And now he can't even tell us if it's true or not. Okay. I need a representative or R. Kelly, his lawyer, or somebody to come get her, to talk to her, to figure out what the heck is going on. She said, didn't you want to tell your name is your original birth name is Love? What we doing? Okay. I smell desperation from this girl. I smell desperation, mental illness. She couldn't even really get her story out. She been shipped here, there, and everywhere. Who told her? Who told her that was her mommy and daddy? Who? I want to speak to them too.
And so, you guys, the picture that we have on the thumbnail with Aaliyah, her mom, and the little girl, she's alleging that she is this little girl. This was before she was released. Her mother has been revealed. Okay, this is beautiful. I'm glad to hear this.
Oh, good. Vernice, did a mama speak out?
Yes.
Did she say her daughter was always sick?
Can you please let us know in the chat what mom said, please? Because we would love to know. We would love to know.
We got to know.
This is just a little test run show. So we was just, getting some stuff together. But I would love to know what mom said. And I hope that is we are taking her to the hospital to get, mentally checked out, because this is an issue.
Shan, you playing. She said, okay, Rihanna is my mom, y'all. Rihanna is Well, we picking moms now.
We picking moms.
Well, then listen, Diana Ross is my mom.
Okay? Y'all already know who my Diva, who my mama is. Who is she? Who is she?
You ain't gonna say Beyonce. Who?
Period. Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter, the one and only. Look, my Grandma Tina, okay?
Woo, child. Listen, people. Okay, Emmanuel. Oprah's your mom. I ain't mad at you.
Come on, Oprah. Okay.
Come on now.
Yes.
Listen, Oprah's your mom. Okay, who else?
Yes. Who else? Who is y'all mamas? Let us know. Leave it in the chat. Yes.
Wait, that's what he said. Listen, Maury Povich just texted and said it was live. Right, Kelly, you are not the father.
You are not the father.
But wait, he gonna tell her. Listen, Royaire, he gonna tell her. But listen, sit down. Don't cry. Don't cry. We'll test anybody else who you think is your father. You think it's Jay-Z? We'll bring him here. We're gonna test him. Okay? But R. Kelly is not your father. Wait, no, I'm a B. Sebastian. He said Kenya Moore is his mom.
Oh. Well, you know what? It would line up. It would make sense, Diva.
Come on, Robin. Michelle Obama.
Come on, Michelle is your sister. Yes.
I'm trying to tell you. Wait, Debbie, Dionne Warwick is my mom. I know that's right. Wait, Royaire. Do you know Dionne Warwick? That's what friends are for.
In good times. In bad times.
I'll be on your side forevermore. Come on now. I'm trying to tell you. Dionne Warwick. Okay. Somebody else claiming Oprah. Oprah Winfrey is my biological mom. If that doesn't fly, it's my Angel. Well, you know what? See, LB, I should have took that.
Bill Gates.
I know that's right.
Now, wait. Are we talking about the Black Bill Gates?
LB, what's Bill Gates? Okay, you talking about Ray Ray? Are you talking about Ray Ray? Come on, Leslie.
Yes, Shaka Khan. Yes, I love it.
I feel it for you.
Woo!
I think I love you.
Period. Hey,
Okay.
all right.
Wait, let's see. A couple more. More. Let's see. She said, nope, the white one. I ain't mad at she the one that really got the money. Now see, LB,
Kira still want her money back. Okay. She still want her money back.
It's Black History Month. You should have said the Black Bill Gates.
Yeah, y'all are funny to me.
All right. Okay. Listen. Okay. All right. So LOL.
Listen. Well, listen, y'all. Okay. I mean, Diva, I'm gonna stick by. I'm 10 toes down. Mental health is real. We need. I'm ordering a lifetime of therapy.
That's what she's gonna have to get. You know what? She can't come out. She can't come out. Matter of fact, when she go to ShopRite, Pathmark, the supermarket, whatever supermarkets in her town, she got to walk with her therapist.
Side by side, head to head.
We can't trust her to do nothing alone.
Nothing.
She liable to say she owned the store. Okay. All right.
Listen, this is a perfect example of the little boy crying wolf. So we're gonna move on after this.
She was sitting there dead serious too.
Y'all got to go find her TikTok.
He said he hurt children around the world, but then she said, I don't want to say around the world. But he hurt kids, so I don't really want to claim him. Girl, I was gonna be fresh. I was gonna say, don't nobody want to claim you, but but her mama came forward. So she's claimed. She's claimed. All right. Go ahead. I messed with you. She was a whole hot mess.
We may have to get a third person in here to get us to behave because we don't act
right. Okay. You want me to bring Auntie Robin in the building? Okay, Auntie Robin. I'm bringing Auntie Robin in the building.
Oh my
goodness. Auntie Robin.
Oh. Okay,
we're gonna be good.
Okay, we're gonna be good.
Are you there, Auntie Robin?
I am here.
Okay.
How are you doing?
Listen, I was on mute because when you said you have got to be kidding me. I am over here rolling on the floor laughing while trying to keep my eyes on the screen, and you want me to bring some like levity or some kind of like evenness to this? Are you kidding me?
We just need you to be in the room. Just be in the room. Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know, Diva, because you sending her to the Pathmark supermarket and they out of business.
Wait, I'm just as crazy as her. Look, my seat falling down.
Oh my God.
Ooh, I'm just as crazy as her. Wait, LB said she in a hospital located on the 12th floor. That's the psych ward. It's that white jacket, designer jacket, okay?
Not the white designer jacket.
We strapping her down. Royaire, we could throw the link just in case anybody want to join us for these topics.
Bring them on in.
You want to drop the link?
I can drop the link. Yes, I can.
Okay, you drop the link.
So,
Go ahead, Royaire.
We're going to move on to the next topic, but as you come in, if you would like to revert back to something, just let us know. We'll be more than glad to jump back for a second. But we're going to run on over to Amber Rose Diva, and while I am getting the link prep,
I think Royaire. No, I couldn't pin it. But go ahead. I couldn't pin it, but I did drop the link, y'all.
Okay,
I dropped the link. I couldn't pin it, but I dropped the link in case you want to come in and join us. Okay. Um, we like we said, it's a test. It's a test.
We just
Ooh,
test
child.
running.
Okay, Leslie, y'all got me. Pathmark out of business. Don't be sending me to the ward with her. I'm okay. I'm good.
We
So
know you
listen,
probably just
Diva.
had a momentary lapse, so it's okay.
That's it. Hey, people.
Hey, man.
Hey, everybody down here. Hi, you guys.
Hey, LB.
Hey.
When I tell you, they need to take people electronics away from them.
Yeah, that part.
Dude,
You know what? You're making a good point.
She went on there with those dry lips on. I'm not criticizing nobody.
Right.
Her headscarf. If you supposed to be the top dogs people, you gonna have to come through and represent.
Just a little bit
represented waste management. That's
that
the
part.
So I hope the mother guided her to the 12th floor and gave her that nice little designer jacket and went on ahead the next day and went to Social Security to CTC, get that check cut for her because she needs extensive care. Everybody.
Indeed.
Believe in mental health.
Listen. You give her the meds and say, these are Tic Tacs. Swallow them all.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
You need the red, yellow, and blue.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Emmanuel, what do you think? She's saying that her parents are Aaliyah and Robert Kelly.
Let me tell you something. That is some craziness. But, I'm not surprised because I don't know if you heard, there's somebody who got elected into the Congress who they caught him with a bunch of lies.
Yes, I heard. Santos.
You heard about that? So
yes,
these pathological liars be everywhere in the White House, in the Senate, and so this does not surprise me.
Wow.
Yeah, no, you are correct. They are everywhere. They're wilding out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he is a whole hot mess because he actually said, the one you're talking about, he actually claimed that his mother was at 9/11. Now, when you want to play with 9/11, you real messy.
Yeah.
Real messy. And they found out that was a lie. Go ahead, Royaire.
Before we go left and move off this subject, I want to run back to Black Panther's her last comment. If you could just throw that up real quick.
Let me see. Yeah.
Not that one.
Not that one before that. Oh, okay. This one.
Yep. Hey, Lady Diva, Prince Royaire, Auntie Robin. Mental health is an eye-opener for me. I started therapy this week. 2 strokes in 10 months affects the brain in more dangerous ways. First of all, Black Panthers, I want to give a round of applause to you and a shout out to you for starting your therapy. It is a journey. It's going to have its ups. It's going to have its downs. But I guarantee you, if you do the work, if you take in the work, if you breathe every day, relax in the uncomfortableness, I promise you are going to come out quicker and better than ever before.
Yeah, I'm glad you saw that, Royaire. Black Panthers, I didn't see that, but listen, God bless you. You said 2 strokes in 10 months.
Yes.
God bless you for I praise God that you're still here.
Yeah.
Thank you for even, taking the time to hang out with us. And you've been through so much. You got this. We will definitely be praying for you.
Yeah.
And you know what, too, I think we have to do one time, Royaire. We need to talk about just preventative health care. A lot of the stuff that, we are doing to ourselves with this food, and this is all of us. Do you know what I mean? We're going to have a conversation. I think is that your mic over here? That's You're like, it's like picking up a lot of feedback. So we're going to have to, we'll have a conversation about that. And LB, I hope you got to email me because I hope you can be with us for that conversation. Because it's a lot to talk about on that.
Yes,
so
it is.
Yeah. Black Panthers, thank you for sharing. Go ahead.
Our older generation didn't believe in therapy and different things like that. So which in turns fed us to not to believe in that.
Yes.
But it's a necessity. It's something that we actually need because therapy is actually good for you. Therapy helps you work through things and allow someone else to see a different point of view and process things for you. It's just an aid and assistance. It's not like shame the devil how you was taught back in the day. My grandma used to always say, I ain't going on nobody's couch, I ain't doing this. Don't you tell what's going on in my household.
Mm-hmm.
So we learn
Mm-hmm.
how to talk about things, to bury things within the inside, and kind of self-medicate, so and that involved in learning not to trust people, some relationships, so it's a snowball effect to me.
It is a snowball effect, yeah. So I think it's going to be a great conversation. We'll talk about that, and we're going to talk about how we're going to set that up. But yeah, I've been to therapy. I love therapy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an advocate for it, because you know what, my thing is your feelings need a home, and
Mm-hmm.
if you keep them inside you, oh, it's going to wreak havoc in more ways than one.
Mhm.
And there's proven studies about your body chemistry and how chemicals fly
Mm-hmm.
off and everything changes within you that can raise your blood pressure, that can cause all these other ailments, because you're not dealing with something that needs to be dealt with, and you need to release it and let it out. So I think it'll be a great conversation for us to have. Black Panthers, once again, we are praying for you, and we thank you for sharing. Anytime somebody shares, like, I think it's very brave of you, and it's amazing, and you never know who you're going to touch when you share.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really got to say big thank you to you. Yes, big thank you to you. Robin, you're
Diva,
still
before, oh, sorry.
yeah, and I'll let you go. I mean, man, 1 second.
Yeah.
Robin, you're still researching. I will say this though, keep don't give up if you go to one and you don't
Mm-hmm.
connect with that one. Um, keep researching and keep trying out until you find that one that you connect with. And during the pandemic, I had a therapist, me and my son, and we did it all through
Zoom, yeah,
help,
it's
like
called
yes,
telehealth.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
telehealth. And I mean, it was amazing because I told my son, like, you cannot internalize this thing. And I don't want to go off the beaten path, but we will have a show about that.
Yeah,
So
I've been through therapy before, and again, it was good because if I didn't go to therapy during my divorce, you all would have seen me on every national channel.
child,
Uh-oh.
listen, let's not go there because child, let me tell
It
you
be like
something.
that
That's a
sometimes.
whole nother conversation we can have too,
Mm-hmm.
like how
Mhm.
to deal with breakups, whether it
Oh,
was your marriage, whether it was, your relationship or whatever, or we can have a whole conversation about that. Because I promise you too, if I would, child, they would have clink me up, and I'm not one to be in nobody jail. Don't, girl,
oh,
you got me over here emotional. If
I'm
it's what
serious.
you say,
I almost forgot I had some credentials at one time, and I've been spent 14 years in school. And I said,
uh-oh.
Lord, please don't make my grandmama turn over in her little tombstone she got, because I was about to really go there and transition. I was ready to do 9 to 5, and that means 9 or 50 years. I was ready to do that
Oh,
time. I'm
talk to the
telling you.
people, talk to the people, and
So
man,
you
I'm
all
gonna
need,
let you
people really
speak.
need to get some help,
You need
because
to, yeah,
if
you
you
do.
don't, I'm telling you, I don't care what nobody say. There's two people existing inside everybody. It's a good person and
Yes,
it's a bad person.
yes.
And when you go through some things, that bad person said, it's like, I called it Don Julio, and I don't drink. Don is cool. Don say bless everybody. Julio say you can do it, kill the person. So
Woo, child, I believe you.
I'm like, man,
Rebels 42 when I tried psychotherapy for my childhood sexual abuse almost 10 years ago, and it was so good. And in-home counselor for my daughter had recommended it because of her own unfortunate experience. You know what?
mhm.
Thank you for sharing, Rebels. Yes, that's another thing that there's a lot of stuff we could really talk about, because what I think is very unfortunate, that so many people suffer from this childhood sexual abuse. It's a lot. It's a lot. Praying for you. Totally understand. Um, yeah, it's a lot, and I'm glad that you went and you got some help. So of course I'm always with you. And there's another conversation we can have too one day. Emmanuel, I know you wanted to say something. What did you
Yeah.
want to say before we move on?
Yeah, before we move on, I just wanted to mention tomorrow is the 11th anniversary of Whitney Houston's death. So kind of tying it to like Black excellence and mental health a little bit. I just want to
Yes.
take a really quick moment just to kind of like remember Whitney, because I mean, I'm sure everybody knows she was a trailblazing artist who is the
Queen.
best-selling artist of all time. She won 6 Grammys. She is the most awarded female singer of all time. And even though she sadly passed away, her music still makes her legacy be alive. And a lot of her music has to do with like finding your own strength. Like one that
Yes.
sticks out to me is the one that says, when she says, I decided to never walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail or succeed, at least I'll live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. And if you're ever in a lonely place, find your strength in love. So, like even though I wasn't alive when like she was like popular or whatever, I think that's like the beauty of like music and art, that like it kind of lives on forever. So I just wanted to mention that real quick.
No, I'm glad you mentioned that because she is one of my all-time favorites, okay? Whitney Houston. And I absolutely love her. I want to dance with somebody. You get good love. I mean, come on now. Whitney
I
Houston
have
is the
nothing.
queen. But again, I have nothing. Come on. So who said that, Sebastian? What you know
Yes,
about
I
Whitney
have
now?
nothing.
Okay.
I
All
have
right.
nothing.
I'm telling you, Whitney Houston was loving life. But again, it kind of ties into that mental illness, right?
Yeah.
Because substance abuse, it turns into depression, it turns into that whole mental illness thing. Because one thing I could tell you about a lot of substance abuse users, they don't want that life. They don't want that life. But it's a vicious cycle of them fighting within themselves, fighting to try to stop. And it's just like if you have an addiction to anything else, like if you're addicted to sweets, if you're addicted to soda, and you ever try stopping and you see how hard it is for you to stop, correlate that to them and their drug. It's not easy.
Yeah, it's a chemical.
But Diva, the thing is though, I'm sorry, when we talk
No,
about people and substance use and abuse, there are two things. There are one I think that, and I think LB might back me up on this. Very often people are diagnosed with what is called, or they become MICA patients. They're mentally ill, chemically abused, and chemically abused. And the reason they abuse chemicals is because of their mental illness, and they're trying to treat their own illness by covering it with the substance that may dull their pain or distract from whatever it is that they're experiencing.
very true.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't.
one aspect of it.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Sebastian, you're in the building. Is there anything you wanted to say about something that we already talked about?
What were the things that you guys talked about again?
Well, the girl said that R. Kelly and
Oh, listen, I have no
Mama and
time to
Daddy.
entertain. I have no time to entertain psych ward patients at this moment. So I have nothing to say about that girl. I'm just saying,
It's
I believe
Sebastian,
you.
y'all.
get
It's
medicated,
Sebastian.
please. Get medicated.
Yeah. Oh, Dot Willie said Whitney wasn't living her true life, was afraid to be herself.
Yes.
Dot Willie, I feel that way too. I
Yes.
feel that was a part of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you are correct. All of that had a lot to do with it. I love Whitney's song "Count on Me." Yes, with
Yeah.
69ers. Yeah,
Mm.
yep. So now let's move to this next topic. Royaire. We gotta talk about our girl Amber Rose.
Mm.
Mm. What a interesting situation. So
Mhm.
apparently Amber is done dating men. She's done having sex. And she went as far as, well, apparently her son heard some things about her lifestyle.
Oh,
And so she had to break down to her son the legitimates of what she actually, has done to help provide the lifestyle that she has given him. And I think then is when it took a complete left turn. Because not only are you I just feel like there are some conversations that are children don't need to be informed of at a certain age. And I feel there are certain ways that you can tell your children that you're doing something that is inappropriate without making it too much for their ears.
Too much for their ears. Well, what she did was several. She has 2 boys, I believe. I may be making up the fact that it's 2 boys, but she has 2 children.
Yeah, she has 2 children.
So the one 9-year-old, and listen, she had to tell him because kids are brutal regardless of what they know your parents do or don't do. Kids are brutal, right? And so her 9-year-old, one of the students came to her and said, listen, we know what your mommy does. Your mommy has her OnlyFans page. So she talked to him and was like, listen, mommy had to do what mommy had to do during the pandemic. And yes, I had an OnlyFans page, but she told little man that, listen, if you like to go to Disney, you like that nice school you go to, you like all of this nice stuff. Well, mommy got to make money. Okay. And so mommy had an OnlyFans page. And she said back in the day, mommy was a stripper. No big deal. The problem I had with this situation was that mommy has to make money, but mommy didn't have to make money that way. Mommy chose to make money that way because mommy wants to make a certain amount of money every month. So I was with her being full disclosure with the son because he was going to find out through his friends anyway. But I just wasn't in agreement of why she said, she said females got to make money. She said females got to make money. And, to me, that's telling the son that whatever you got to do to go make this money out there, that's what you got to do. That's the part I could not connect with. Now, her past is her past. So you can't hide the past from him. Say, yeah, okay, I was a stripper because at that time, XYZ. Okay, I did OnlyFans, but to say that I did OnlyFans because if you like a nice school, you want to go on vacation, you want nice things, well, this is what mommy had to do. No, mommy could have went to school and got a career and got a nice job.
Can I say,
mommy chose to do OnlyFans because she wanted to make XYZ dollars. I don't know if she gave her son the right message. And then the part about her, again, we talked about, ties into a little mental illness, right? The part about her saying men are gross, sex is gross, and she wants to be single the rest of her life. Well, Amber, you chose certain men, and now you think that all men are gross and that sex is gross. No, we need you to get help. Because you just happen to run into the wrong men. And I would hate to see somebody give up on life like that. Because she said, I want to be single for the rest of my life. Because you keep running into men that, kind of are not giving you the right type of attention or whatever. But the things we do matter. And maybe because you're doing XYZ, that's the type of man that you're drawing in your life. Prince Royaire, what are your thoughts?
I have to say that I don't disagree with women kind of doing what they need to do to provide for their family. I mean, we are in a new generation. And, if I want to throw my body out here and do what I want to do to make it rain for my baby, I do.
That comes with the cost. Get ready for the STD test too.
I mean, but there are preventatives for those things today, and just because I'm playing with someone doesn't mean, I'm not using protection, doesn't mean that I'm not keeping it safe, doesn't mean that I'm not, making sure that my body is okay, so I'm like, hey girl, make it do what it do, make it rain, honey, because these men, the rich ones, obviously the rich ones ain't no good and the broke ones ain't no better. So, I mean.
Okay. Well,
I'm very disappointed in you.
Can I go next, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Can you say that again,
Royaire? Baby.
I didn't hear what he said.
Now,
I went out.
I am. It's a two-sided coin to the situation.
Mm-hmm.
One side of the coin, I'm going to say that she knew that her kids will get older one day. Her choices has always been the same choices. She put out slutty this, this sweet street talk this. She hung out with this person for money. She did this and she did that. She had to know when she started having kids, this was going to come back to bite her, because we living in the age of the computer. We living in that age where everybody can just tap on your name and know what happened with you. Her son knew what was going on, because look who she had married. Wiz Khalifa. He smoked out the house more so than Snoop Dogg. So she know her choices. You see what I'm saying? However, nevertheless, that's like Kim Kardashian. She had to send crazy Kanye to get her last tape because she didn't want it to come out. Those were her choices to get what she wanted.
Well, that's true.
So therefore, that's why I said that it's a double-edged coin, because you can't sit up here and want to take the mean on green, but then turn around and say, okay, I did it because of Disneyland. No, baby, you was doing it before you had these kids. So therefore, you cannot blame kids. Blame it on your Prada bag, that Birkin. Blame it on, certain things, your selfishness. Now that's one. Two, the other thing is this. I agree with what you said, Diva. Be mindful who you let into your circle. Because what you are, you attract. So therefore, she's not all the way together. So she needs to go lay on somebody's couch, because she have always been a little on the seaboard side, that little tossy-turvy seaside, because she don't know what she want to stand with, because she's multicultural. She don't know if she want to stand on power to the people one day and, oh no, Karen the next. Pick a side. Pick a side.
Ooh, where's it? Pick a side.
Because right now, to me, she ain't nothing but a dressed up garbage can that have access to money.
Come on,
Hashtag dressed up garbage can.
You know what? Hold on. LB.
Hashtag dressed up garbage can. Auntie Robin, I'm coming to you next. What do you think about Amber Rose?
I think a lot of things. I believe that she has found a way to conflate her experiences and excuse her behavior. I believe that, honestly, it's okay how she makes her money as long as it's not illegal, immoral, or unethical. Period, point blank. I believe that she chose to do her OnlyFans, because you know what? The next job that you have is going to be based on your knowledge, skills, abilities, and experience. And if her knowledge, skills, abilities, and experience are in this field, that's her go-to. That's the easy thing for her. We can't expect her to go and be a computer programmer today when she wasn't one yesterday and wasn't working a computer. So that's fine. I'm bothered that she would explain to her child that she did it because of him.
Right.
Instead, I think that I don't know her kid, but if she's having this kind of conversation with him, she probably needs to have the conversation to say, you know what? Yes, this is what mama did. This is what mama knows how to do. Mama wants to put this kind of effort in. She doesn't need to blame him or tell him that I'm doing it for you. You're not doing it for him. You're doing it for the survival of your family, to maintain a particular lifestyle to which you have become accustomed. Because like you said, Diva, she could always go to the Target or to the Walmart or to the Burger King to work. Period, point blank. So I don't like that about her. Don't put it on a kid. Take ownership of the choices that you make. That's it. Period, point blank, done.
I like that.
Oh.
I like that. Sebastian, you're next.
Okay, I'm gonna try to stay serious as I can after hearing what what LB said. Listen, this is exactly why, if you are going to have children in the future, your actions of the past will dictate the way your child views you. Their friends, if their friends know who you are, they'll view you. We have seen stories where this has happened in the soccer world. People are familiar with some soccer players. I'm not going to name their names, where the childhood friend slept with the mother of him, but we're not gonna say his name.
Wait, who? I'm sorry. I know you say you're not gonna say his name, but
I'm not saying
comment it
his
in the
name.
comments.
I'm just gonna say he plays for the Brazilian team, and everyone else would know.
Yeah, I heard about that story.
I'm gonna have to go look it up, but go ahead. Continue.
When you do certain things,
Yes.
and she has sons, right? Aren't both her children are sons? Now your sons are probably gonna look at women as people who just do anything for the
Come on.
bag.
Come on, Sebastian. Yes, facts.
People who do everything for the bag. Now, my thing is, how could this affect these children? You're telling them that you opened your legs all over the place on OnlyFans so they could go to Disney? What the hell is this? That's not exactly why you did it. And I know some people are saying the times have changed, the generations have changed. I am part of Gen Z, okay? I am part of Gen Z. I am not with this sex positivity that's starting to be pushed, especially in my generation. People are saying there's all types of prevention. Well, let me tell you one thing. There's only one prevention that's 100% accurate, and that is called celibacy. And enjoy that moment with the person that you can. Don't enjoy who you know can own up to the responsibility that may come after it.
Well, you speaking, Sebastian. Talk, honey. Talk facts. The only protection that's 100%, you are correct, is not having sex at all. And maybe going back to the values, okay? And listen, guys, we're judging no one, but maybe going back to the values of you have sex when you get married. And we're not saying that a marriage can break up, because we know it can. Well, you got to start somewhere. But all of this shenanigans that's going on, you got 5 kids, 5 baby daddies, and now you don't know how you're going to take care of them. There's nobody to cover these kids, to help you with these kids. It's team too much. But come on, Sebastian, this is out of the mouth of a babe, because Sebastian is young.
I'm young. I am 21 years old. I am very young.
Keep talking, but you're talking some facts there. Go ahead, Sebastian.
I am not with this positivity, sex positivity that's being pushed. No, we should not be having sex positivity. We should have prevention positivity more. Then we should have sex positivity. Yes, we are at a point where there are multiple methods to not have certain consequences. But none of these methods have been proven to stop it 100%. One, we hear condoms don't work 100%. Birth control definitely does not work 100%. A lot of people have had children on birth control. We have
3 baby daddies.
I'm playing with Robert right now. Go ahead, Sebastian. Go ahead.
I'm not lying. I swear it's the truth.
Go ahead, Sebastian.
We have a lot of, and especially this is going to affect Black women a lot. We have a lot of them who have multiple kids with multiple daddies. We have Fallon.
We have Fallon alone.
Fallon is a great example. Like, Fallon is a great example. This is
some females, some
pandemic.
females, Sebastian, unfortunately, every man that they get with, they end up birthing a child for that man. But I think that's a whole nother syndrome of them wanting to be loved and them wanting to have that man stay in their life. And they think, by having their child, that's going to keep them in their life. We got a lot of topics we can really talk about, but you said a mouthful, Sebastian. I just want to roll over to Emmanuel and give him a moment to speak. But you did say a lot of great points there. A lot of stuff that we're pushing out now is shenanigans, is nonsense, and it's leading the family in a whole nother direction where there's no longer family. But Emmanuel, what are your thoughts? Amber Rose.
Let me tell you something. I'm totally connecting with Sebastian. We're from the same age group. Y'all know I turned 20 in 2 months, and I totally agree. I don't agree with this whole culture of positivity, of OnlyFans, of this and that, because everybody already said it. At a certain point, your kids are going to grow up and they're going to go to school, and other kids are going to have access to that. It's going to be a whole ass mess, and then you're going to be stuck in a situation like Amber is, who doesn't want to be with a guy now. I don't know if you guys watched The Real Housewives of Miami, but there was a little issue with this. Larsa Pippen has an OnlyFans thing. On the contrary, Dr. Nicole is like a whole, I forgot what type of doctor she is, but she's like
Anesthesiologist.
anesthesiologist. Thank you. And this lady, Larsa, was accusing her of things. And Nicole was like, listen, you have done nothing in your life but post some pics and you're trying to destroy me. The day you know what it's like to work 20 years for something, you'll understand and value things. So I let's try to normalize, like you said, Diva, let's try to normalize doing it when you're married. Let's try to normalize all of that because I always tell my friends, when you have intercourse, it don't matter what you're doing, what protection, you always run the possibility of getting pregnant.
Well, listen, you and
Can
Sebastian.
we shout out
Listen,
to?
It's the Latino in
I'm
us.
gonna let
It's the
you in one
Latino
second.
in
You're so
us. It's the
smart.
Latino
Yeah,
in
but
us.
you
We have
and
Latino
Emmanuel, you and
values.
Sebastian are coming through tonight. And again, this is the younger generation speaking, y'all. This is coming out of the younger generation's mouth. You are so correct, Emmanuel. That's what people, that's what really, here's the thing. You know, when I was growing up, there was this saying, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. Because the dad can always play that game. Is it my baby? I don't know who you've been sleeping with. I'm not sure. Let me get a paternity test. But that baby is in your belly as a female. So one thing is for sure, it is definitely yours. It will definitely end up being your responsibility. So when you lay down with someone, you have to say to yourself, this can be my potential child's mother, or this could be my potential child's father. Is that what you want? Is that who you want to be? You know, the mother or the father of your child. And you know, people like to say you're stuck with them for 18 years. You're stuck with them for life.
Mm-hmm.
Because your
Come
child
on, tell it on the mountain.
life. That child has to go to high school. That child's going to go to college. That child has to get married. There's so many situations that literally you are stuck with that person for life. Be mindful of who you sleeping with. Be mindful of who you allow to touch you in that way. I don't want to go off the beaten path here, but you know, people debate over this, but there is a such thing as soul ties. And you know what?
Come
on, LB, right? The
Stay
thing
on.
is that sometimes your next relationship is not working out because that other relationship is still all up in you. And you need to get that thing out of you, release it out so you can move on and have a better time with the next person. You got to watch what you're doing in these streets. And I think that's what's going on with Amber Rose right now. You got so much in you, so much of that energy, okay, that you need to release and get out. Because my thing is, it was meant for us to be in relation with another person. But you're so tormented because of all you went through. You just like men are gross, sex is gross, people are gross. I mean, but you're putting off that energy to the two kids that you're raising.
I was just about to say that she have to be mindful of what she's interjecting in her kids, because now she's interjecting in them with some type of stigma. But I'm going to piggyback on something you just said, Diva.
Yes.
Be mindful who you lay down with. Like you said, you don't know what you're getting into. Ladies out here, I don't care if you 2 to 55, 90, bird watch your spouse's people. Get to know who they are, because some people have some crazy mental illness. Some people have some dreadful things in their life, and you will end up passing along to your kids. Trust me when I tell you, you have to be mindful, pray over your kids, get that holy oil, get that sage around yourself and them kids, because things jump off. And like you just said, when you're not done with that old relationship and you haven't really put that closure and folded your luggage in your suitcase and locked that suitcase, that Casper the Friendly Ghost gonna come around with a shirt, and you gonna be wondering where that shirt come from.
That part.
As my grandma say, people, get your house in order, or your house
in order.
Yeah, or your house gonna evict you.
That part. It's gonna come back to haunt you. It will. And you know, when people jump out of a relationship and go to the next one too fast, it is, to me, it's too much, too soon, too fast. Too much, too soon, too fast. You got to take a moment, step back.
It is too much, too soon, too fast. I've only been in one relationship in my life, and I'm 21.
You know, and that's another conversation we can have too, Sebastian. No, I'm liking y'all coming through with this stuff tonight. Let me get around to some other. Shan, you're in the building. What are
Yeah,
your
we
thoughts?
gotta
Amber Rose.
we
Yes.
gotta speed it up a little bit, y'all. So if you can
Here we
keep the
go.
I
comments
just want to say,
limited.
like, I love how smart Sebastian and Emmanuel are. Like, they're so intelligent, but at
Thank
that
you.
age. I want
Gracias.
to ask Amber. I just want to be like, was it worth it? You know, I remember when I was in nursing school, and every time I was unmotivated, I was like, I'm gonna buy an LV bag as soon as I graduate. Right? I
Mhm.
wanted my LV bag so bad. I bought my LV bag. I wore the bag like twice. It's in my closet. I forgot about it. So, like, was all these Birkin bags, these trips, all of that worth it? Now you are older, washed up HOE, right? Allegedly,
Oh,
and your soul is empty. You know. You have
Mhm.
to explain this to your kid. I feel like it's sad. And I don't like the same thing Diva said. I don't like that she said, oh, mommy had to get this and this for you. No, like LB said, you were doing it before. Please stop. There's other ways to make money. Now he's going to grow up thinking, oh, it's only through people. Women only make money through their bodies. And obviously that's not so. So I'm cutting it short. That's all I'm going to say since Royaire said we got to speed it up. But that's
No,
it.
but
I agree with
your
y'all.
opinion is greatly appreciated, right? And here's the thing: when they get a wife or or a girlfriend or whatever, and times get rough, they're gonna tell their boo, listen, turn on that camera and do what you do and make some money for this family because we got to live a certain way. You whether you raising a girl or a boy, you really got to be mindful on how you mold each one, and you mold each one a little differently. Okay. It's just a mess. It's
Can
a
I
mess.
just say one
thank
last thing
Of course
too?
you can. Of course
Like
you
people doing everything for like short-term gratification. You know,
oh,
like let me jump on
can.
this so
Oh,
I could. Your body's on the internet forever, just for you to get a bag that you're gonna have for a little while. Blah blah blah. It's like people don't think long term. You know, everything's like I need this now. I need a G-Wagon now, so let me sleep with this person. Let me do this. Like it's out of order, you know. And I'm glad I'm Jamaican because I was raised correctly. I'm 28. I have no kids. I'm not gonna have kids till I get married. My boyfriend knows. Like I'm very like da 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 da. But it's crazy. I
yeah.
feel bad for her actually.
I do feel bad for her. I feel bad that she has, I'ma say, and this doesn't mean I'm right, that she has lost her way. And the thing is, it doesn't matter how you start, you can always recover.
Yeah.
But your recovery money can't come if you just want to explain away you're wrong and why you're doing something. I did it because I want to live a certain lifestyle and have money. But and sometimes you can do something and you can admit to your kid, I did it this way, but I don't want this for you.
Yeah. And Diva, can I say one thing really, really
Of
quick?
course, of course.
And also looking at it like from a more psychological point of view, let's also normalize again that like your body is your temple.
Yeah.
So like you are giving yourself to someone in the highest level of intimacy, and 5 minutes of pleasure can change your entire life.
Mm.
mm.
And like I mean, look, I get it. I'm a guy in college. There's girls everywhere, but I remind myself that could change. And also one more thing, that when you're doing it, screwing around with everybody, it's not gonna fill a void that you have.
Listen, you preaching tonight. You
That's
Shout
what
out
preaching
to young
tonight.
people.
We can have a whole nother conversation on this. You preaching tonight. It's not going to fill a void. Your body is your temple. Respect your body, respect your temple. And like you said, one moment of pleasure can change your life forever.
Yeah.
Do you want to disrupt your destiny over some booty? I think not. Look at TJ Holmes did it.
Oh,
And now he want to talk about he's distraught. Well, this is what you did to yourself as a grown man. As a grown man who worked your way up to the anchor seat, and you let some booty take you down. You're a fool.
Mhm.
Candy, you're in the building. What do you want to add to this conversation?
To me, I feel like Amber Rose is like an example of pretty privilege gone wrong, basically.
Mm.
I feel
Ooh.
like, she probably was gassed up her whole life or
Mhm.
her adult life or when she was younger. these men were just, doing everything and giving her everything, and her value, she only based her value in her looks and stuff. And the older she's getting, the less men are valuing her. So she says the only way I can do it is I just have to I have to degrade myself the way other people degraded me in order for me to find value, basically. So thus I'm on the OnlyFans, but yet and the twisted part is that she's blaming indirectly, she's blaming her kids for this.
Right.
And then also I want to say that oh crap, I forgot. I want to say that I literally forgot what I want to say.
It's okay if you think about it. Let me know. We'll
Okay.
circle back. Go ahead. We circle back to you. Learn how to love yourself first. Learn how to enjoy yourself. Do not rush into relationships. Take your time. All in agreement. Smokey in the building. What do you think about Amber Rose?
Well, first, let me say congratulations to my two favorite people on their podcast, relationships starting. I'm very happy of y'all. I'm proud of y'all. I'm always going to support y'all. Second point, did I see a Dunkin' Donuts cup in your screen, Diva? So
don't do that.
I'm
Don't judge me.
Oh my God!
Don't judge me.
Over there with
Don't
the
judge me. Don't judge me. I went to get that haircut.
Click it off. He just switched on you.
I'm a Starbucks right now. The headquarters in Seattle. We are coming for you.
Come for me. Listen. Smoke. I went to get a haircut and I was like, I need tea. I have to get tea. I was fiending for tea. But yes, you do see a Dunkin' Donuts cup. Go ahead. Yeah.
I know that's right. But
Dunkin' Donuts actually better than Starbucks. Don't come for me, but it is.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
All the way to the barbershop, so I got Dunkin' Donuts. But go ahead, Smoke.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, so I did catch the gist of the thing. So basically, Amber Rose is having regrets about living her whole life.
Ooh.
That's it?
She never said that.
I didn't think it was regretful at all. I think she's very.
I think it is. I agree. I think that she does.
I think that's exactly what she's saying.
Okay, so I could say this from myself. Listen, I have lived a very well life at a ripe young age of 30. Okay, so I done did some things, and you know what? I wouldn't change them for the world because I would not be the person I am now, and I wouldn't have the wisdom I have now. So it's kind of thing like when you know better, you want to do better. So I think for some people you can't do that until you're in it. Other people may be different. But in the words of the lovely LaTanya Richardson's character from The Fighting Temptations, Parlene Pritchard, sleet and rain are gifts from God, but we still have to wear our rubbers.
Come through.
But I do encourage people, like, listen, if that's your ministry, if that's what you want to do, if you want to have soul ties with the world, just protect yourself, get checked out. There are local clinics in your neighborhood, and most of the time the testing is for free and they will give you free protection. But yeah, like some people out here just don't care, and they will be so emotionally damaged that they will pass off anything they have onto you just because someone did it to them. So I say, let's have grace for each other and not, I won't say judge, encourage one another to do better, not judge one another. And just really this life we have here is definitely short. So definitely choose wisely, but also protect yourself first. Don't put your life in the hands of someone else.
Somebody else. I love that, Smoke, because I do want to say, what we think may be wrong or inappropriate is some people's life goals. And so I don't feel like we should diminish or tear down what they see as life goals. Everything is different for everybody. So I
get you on
but
that.
look how Amber Rose is now.
Look at her now.
Exactly.
But that's her walk. Everybody's walk is not her walk. Some people may be okay with what what they do.
There have been things in my life that I've done, there are things in my life that I've done that,
y'all may think is just the worst, but I'm okay with what I did. I lived, I did it, and it is what it is. And who gonna check me? Who gonna do something about it? Nobody.
Well, I'm like my grandma.
Well, in Amber's
Wait,
situation, her
hold on,
kids
guys.
checked
Hold on, guys,
her.
because
In
I want to be
Amber's
able to.
situation, her
Hold on,
kids checked
Sebastian.
her.
Hold on,
Yeah.
Sebastian. I want us to be able to. Hold on one second, guys. I want everybody to be able to hear everybody. So I want to say this, and I'm gonna go to LB, Sebastian, then Emmanuel. I just want to say this really quickly. I think and not to anybody on the panel, but just in general, right? I think sometimes when we have these conversations, right, it may pinch a nerve in me. I'll use myself as an example. If somebody says something about single parents, right? It may be because I'm a single parent, it may pinch a nerve in me. I don't think we're definitely not judging, but I think sometimes what we have to backtrack and do is lay a foundation to say that, you know what? Maybe all this craziness won't go on, what won't happen in the world if we follow a certain path. Everybody has the right to follow their own path. But all we're saying is, and nobody's judging anybody's past, right? But what we are saying is that understand that to everything we do, there is a consequence. And I get it. We can all say all day long about protection, but you know what I like to tell people when I did pediatrics, right? And what I used to tell the kids is, listen, you can have protection, right? And of course, you should wear protection. But let's be clear at the end of the day. There's one thing that you're putting this, you taking the pills so if you're a female, so you won't have a baby. And maybe the guy you're putting on a condom so your stuff won't release in the whoever, right? But skin is still touching skin. So what I need people to understand is that you're saying it's protecting you from what? And the test is going to just let you know whether you got it or you don't have it. But the test is not going to prevent you from getting it. So there's a lot more conversation that we can have around this particular topic. And I think the general thing is all we're saying is live your life, but understand while you're living your life, there's consequences that are going to come with what you do. And knowing that if your end goal is maybe to have kids or have a family, be mindful of how you live it, because that will circle back and come up for you, right? So whatever roles, once you they even tell the kids now, something simple as social media. They teach in my son's school now, and they've taught it in his middle school too. Be careful about what you put on the internet. Y'all think y'all having fun, but all of that fun will come back to bite you in the booty when you go to apply to these colleges and they start looking up your social media. We have seen it ourselves with grown adults. They did something 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and they got to explain it because they posted on the social media, but they was just having fun. That has torn down careers over your social media. So yeah, somebody said hashtag responsibility. All we're saying is that to everything that you do, there's a consequence behind it. And sometimes you're the fortunate one where you have been running reckless in the street, and I forgive the word if I'm using it wrong. You have been reckless in the street and you came out cool and clean, and you look back like, God, thank you for protecting me. There's another person, they go out and do it, and that one time was the detriment of them. You never know when it's going to be you. You don't. So all I say is, why walk into the lion's den? Don't go where you're not protected. That's all. Who wanted to say something else before we move on from this conversation?
I did. I just wanted to say.
And then I'll come to you. Go ahead, Sebastian.
Okay. I don't know who said it, but someone said, who's gonna check her? Who's gonna do all this? Well, listen, her child
I did. I said it.
Her child checked her because his friend, I don't know, Sammy in the sea over said, probably said, I saw your mommy on OF. That's what they probably did. Her child's
and you know what her friend, you know what the son should have said? What are you doing on OF? We need to call down to the county to have your home investigated, because why are you as a child on the OnlyFans?
Well, that's
the internet. It's the internet.
And that's what sex positivity is pushing on these kids.
But isn't it the parents' responsibility to make sure that their children is doing what the children should be doing?
That is true.
You can't control everything a child does.
Well, we can't control everything that an adult does either.
But they can control themselves.
But as a
You
parent,
gotta
it's your
control
responsibility to
nobody.
control the child
Okay,
as well.
Diva's court later.
LB, what are your final words on this subject really quick?
I think that she needs to take accountability for her actions.
Yeah.
Bottom line, she needs to take accountability because she's interjecting her less self-worth into her kids.
Yeah.
And again, like my guy just said, how her son gonna know about the OnlyFans or his friends or whatever? So somebody is not allowing kids, putting no guidelines on some computers and stuff around them, so they can get around. So no, I think that in today's society is too much to get a hold to. So parents should be putting out guidelines. Because my son, I was over here like, man, helicopter, he couldn't even turn on the TV to channel 5 after 9 o'clock because I didn't even want him watching the news. That part, he had to put it in the code.
That part. You know what though? It could have possibly been one of the kid's father though.
That's true.
It could have been the kid's father. So-and-so in your class. Oh, his mother Amber. Oh, she do OnlyFans. Let me tell you something. It doesn't necessarily mean the kid saw himself. And then there was one time in my son's school, a kid that came from another school. This is a whole long story, but he was around the school showing everybody on the phone because now all of these kids have the access to the internet right in their hands. It's too much. It's a whole lot. But let me tell you, even when you protect your kids, we got to send them out in the world. And then you got another kid that might be showing them or putting them up on this and that and how to do whatever the case may be. And that's why you just got to pray. Yeah, you could put all the parental, and I agree with you, Sheila. You could put all the parental codes on there. What? Listen, my son debit card is connected to my it ping on my phone every time he spend a nickel, dollar, dime, and I be texting him. What did you buy? Where you at? You said you went to dinner. Why was it so much? Right? So but you got it. You do keep tracking them, but again, you got to put something, instill something in them. Because they're gonna face it through their friends, right? So me personally, because I am a single parent, but I'm not saying that every single parent needs to do this, right? Like I don't be dating. We're not doing that up in my house. All these people coming in and out, coming out the door.
Just like the movie theater.
That part.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I ain't doing all that.
When I got divorced, I made a decision that if I went to dinner with somebody, it's on my time. My kid was taken care of, but this, that, and other. But he cannot tell you. He can't. If I got hit in the street with something, he ain't gonna be able to identify nobody.
That part. That part right there.
But sometimes being too sheltered too, it's like, because I've had friends who are too sheltered, and when we got to college, they're like, I need to try and do this and this and this and this. So it's like, it's funny. It's interesting being a parent. I mean, I don't know, but because like you want to be
how your guidelines are structured. My son went to USC with the best of the best. He didn't go off the track.
Right.
So it's how you structure your kids.
Yeah,
that's right.
I'm gonna tell this little story, and I ain't gonna say nothing else. I'm like, real. I've done something in my life that I'm never proud of, but I'm gonna say it to you guys because you know what? The Lord, it was my interpretation of a Bible verse. Remember on the Bible verse it says, if your right hand, if not protecting, cut it off. So I misinterpret that Bible verse. So my ex-husband had did something. So I was like, okay, I took the Bible in one hand and I had a Louisville Slug in the other. And I started going to work. As I'm going to work, I'm reciting this, Bible verse, because the Lord said if your right hand don't protect your left hand, cut it off, right? So I was trying to beat it off. You know what I'm saying? When the people in blue showed up, they was like, what's going on? I was like, oh, I'm a diehard Catholic, and the Lord said, you see what I'm saying? The Lord said, cut that off. You know what I'm saying? So good thing he was Catholic as well, and he didn't take me, but it was my perception of the Bible verse. The Lord didn't mean what he said. You see what I'm saying? He didn't mean that part. But I had to take accountability. You see what I'm saying? I had to take accountability.
Ooh, listen. Like I said, that could be a whole nother conversation. Before we go on to the next topic, Emmanuel, you got the last word on this topic. What did you want to say?
Yeah, just really quickly to sum it up, Diva, you said it before, but for every action in nature, there is an equal and opposite reaction. And even though at the moment you might not be feeling it, in the future you will. I want to encourage everybody to go to Psychology Today and read an article that's called The Long-Term Psychological Effects of Having Multiple Sex Partners, because it's really insightful. When y'all read it, you'll see all the effects, because we're talking a lot about mental health and all of that. A lot of that contributes to it. So I just want to put that out there.
Well, no, that's a good. You gotta throw that article in the chat.
Okay.
Throw that article in the chat. Emmanuel, there is, and listen again, everyone, there's no judgment. But if we can save a soul, just because here's the thing, sometimes we want people to connect with us because we made those same mistakes. It's just like, oh, don't worry, I did it. You can do it too. No, you want to save somebody. So even though you might have went that path, say, hey, listen, I went that path. It's a rough road. Try not to go that path if there's anything that you can do. And you know what, Emmanuel? I love that. You can really talk to young people, you and Sebastian. Thank you. The long-term psychological effects of having multiple sex partners. I'm going to read this article. I just want to write this down, because if I know me, if I try to go back in the chat, I'm not going to find it. And see, here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how many sexual partners Amber Rose had, and this is not me beating up on her. You just have to use her as a topic tonight. So I'm gonna say this. This is probably the part of why she's saying men are gross and as sex is gross, because she's having some effects. It's impacting her. It's impacting her on a major level. And listen, I don't want to take nobody down, because remember, listen, single parent, never been married. So don't think I'm judging anybody. I'm not. But I would tell anybody in this world, any girl that come in my path, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you can, if you can wait, do not do it. Right?
Don't do what?
Don't on purpose. Don't on purpose be have all of these kids and not be married.
Oh yes, I agree.
Don't do it. Don't do it. You are leaving your kid uncovered. It's a mess. It's a mess. And let me tell you what else is a mess. And again, this is no judgment. It's a mess when on purpose you're single and then you're going to have one kid, one kid by that one, another kid by that one. Now you're dealing with 3 baby fathers, 3 sets of grandparents. It's a mess. And it's psychologically going to mess up your kids. If one daddy is involved, the other daddy's not involved, and then maybe you got a rich set of grandparents out of all, it's a mess. But I just can't, I don't want to go down that path right now, but it's a mess. I like this article. We're going to read it and we're going to talk about it. Yes, thank you, Debbie Love. Learn from your mistakes. Stop bumping your head up against the same wall. All right, y'all got me all emotional. Let me see what LB said here right now. Then we're going to move on. Corinthians 6:9. Or do you not know the wrongdoers will not inherit the kingdom of God? Don't be deceived. Neither the sexually immoral or idlers or nor adulterers, nor men who have sex. Okay. So there we go. We got the Bible speaking in there. Let's move on. We're moving on to the next topic. What's the next topic?
So we're going to spin this a little bit differently, because this went a little further than what I expected and what I wanted to do. So if everybody either can drop yourself down or mute yourself, we're going to kind of turn this a little bit. And Auntie Diva, we are going to do Diva and Royaire speaks on a personal topic, just giving something that, we're going to give. And so we're going to talk about our journey in trying to lose this weight, honey. You've been working out. I've been trying to get to working out. And so, Auntie Diva is a little further in age than I am, and so what has the journey looked like for you and where you are right now?
Okay, yeah, this is a good topic. I like ending with this, right? So here's the thing. All my life, I always worked out. I don't know, you probably don't know about this for a year, but I did Taebo, Billy Blanks.
Okay, yes, I know
I
about
did Billy
Taebo,
Blanks.
yes.
I did yoga. I did Pilates. I can't dance. I got 2 left feet, but I did ballet. Okay, I could put up some pictures for y'all. So I've always I did step aerobics. I'm taking you back here, okay? I still got some old DVDs from my workout stuff, right? I did PX90. Okay, I got sucked into a lot of that PX stuff. What's the guy? I love
Did you
him.
get the
I
hip
think
hop
his name's
abs?
Sean. Yeah, I think I got it all. I got all that mess, okay? I got, what's his name? Sean. I love him.
Sean T.
Okay, I got a bunch of Sean T videos, okay? I did it all. So I've always, my entire life, been pretty much in good shape. And there was points where I was in like tip top shape. And then all of a sudden this ugly turn came and it was nasty. I mean, nasty, okay? This nasty turn came, and me just working out, I was like, what happened? I was like, where is all this weight come from? So right now, I weigh a lot, believe it or not. I don't know if anybody could guess my weight. Throw it in there, because I'm gonna let y'all know anyway.
We're not gonna do this, Diva.
Try to guess my weight. But this is the highest I ever been in my life, and I promise you, the only reason why it's not showing up in a certain way is because I still work out every day. But the weight is on me. I'm just she thick. I'm thick. I'm thick as grits.
Said in the private
I'm thick
chat.
as grits over here, right?
Oh.
So anyway, so my doctor kept saying to me, she was like, Diva.
Listen, Diva. Sebastian said in the private chat 145.
He said how much?
145.
That
It's
was
higher.
not me.
It's
No,
higher.
you gotta look at it
Now,
again.
that's not BK. Come on now.
Okay,
Come
Smoke.
on now.
Sorry, Smoke.
That's not BK. Come on now. Don't do that. 197. No, it's not 197, but it's higher than 145. It's higher than 145. Oh, listen, Doc Willie, I'm only 5 feet. Yeah, and it's higher than 145, but it's lower than 197. We're gonna do the prices right here. Lower.
Okay.
Don't do that.
155.
You said 155 higher.
I'm just guessing.
165.
How much did you say, Smoke?
165.
Smoke, you are extremely close. You are extremely
172.
Wait, somebody got it. Leslie. Boom, there it is.
Are you kidding me? I put 165 first, so I should get the prize.
That's hilarious.
There it is. And I will jump on the scale because I'm taking this journey with y'all for accountability, okay? But I promise you, 166. I have never in my life been this high. Like my highest used to be 125. And again, I promise you, the only reason why I think I don't look bigger, like I don't look like the full 166, or at least I don't think so, is because I work out every day. But I don't know if it's hormones. I don't know what it is, but somebody's going to figure this thing out. But I'm on this journey because my doctor said at the very least, bare minimum, 30 pounds. Okay. So anyway, so I'm on this journey. I'm doing better. I'm eating clean. And I think I got to eat a little cleaner. And I had let go of my Starbucks addiction. And I do CrossFit. But my old trainer is not the biggest fan of CrossFit. He wants me to strictly do weight training. I did do Orange Theory. I did do Orange Theory before, Shan. I did Orange Theory. I did CKO kickboxing. Let me tell you, this chick right here, I am the queen of going to some type of form of workout, okay? But right now I'm addicted to my CrossFit. But when I went to see my trainer, he was like, I need you to get back and do some other things. But to go back to your full question, Royaire, I'm taking y'all on this journey with me. I got a bunch. And when I say a bunch, okay, because I got a shopping addiction and I need no one to pray about it. Okay. I'm going to continue to shop. So don't pray for me.
I'm right
Sis
there
is
with
gonna
you.
shop till she
Living
drop,
between you and
okay?
God.
She's
should-
shopping
Okay.
till she drop.
Wait,
Y'all should do
what
this
did
for
you
the new
say, LB?
year.
I
Y'all should.
stay with the retail God. You said
Okay, and I do not want anybody to pray about it because prayer works.
hello.
Prayer
Don't
works.
help me. Don't help
Don't
me.
help me.
Discover help me. Discover helps me. Okay.
The
And
only thing
American
I need
Express.
y'all to pray about is my weight and my exercise journey. So listen, I'm gonna have a hot girl summer because I'm about to drop the kid off to college. And listen, I want we gotta listen. Listen, I'm gonna have
Look,
a
Wendy used to
hot
do it all the time.
girl
Wendy used to
summer.
do it all the time.
Yes, listen,
The
but you
Wendy
know what?
wings.
Listen, the thing is, she tight though. Let me tell you, I'm a big girl, but she tight. She tight because I goes to the gym, okay? But I got to get some things in order. I will take some pictures for you. But yes, Royaire, the journey is the journey. And the hardest part of the journey, because they say it all the time, abs are made in the kitchen. The hardest part of my journey is getting my food together and getting that portion right. But this week I ate clean. Yes, I did. I ate clean, and we got to take it one day, 1 week, one moment, 1 second at a time. But pray for me, people. Yes, I'm going to have a hot girl summer. Yes, I love yoga also. I'm not opposed. Like the good thing is about me is I can do exercise, right? I got to get this darn food in order, okay? But pray with me. I'm on a journey. 135 is my goal because I got a bunch of clothes in my closet and I gave away a lot. But there are some iconic pieces that I will never, ever, ever give away. I will put them in a glass case before I give them away.
Hello.
That part. That's where I'm at. Diva, my journey is the mental of it all. I just can't wrap my mind around it. You were brave for giving your weight. I'm not gonna give my weight on here. I'm not doing that. But it's been a struggle. And I love walking. Walking is my thing. Like I love walking. After my aunt passed away, I have not been able to find that rhythm to really get back into it. And then the weather kind of happened. It's been really cold to be in North Carolina. So the weather has been happening. And it's just like, oh my gosh, the mentalness of it all. Like, this is the biggest I've ever been. But what I can say is the number that I am at, I have not gone past this number in the 8 years that I've been kind of really working on my weight consistently. So I think once I can really just mentally kind of buckle down, and I think once the weather gets hotter, it'll really be good for me. But once I mentally just buckle down and really get into it, and see, like y'all, I'm not into like dieting and doing stuff like that. That stuff don't work for me because I don't have a spirit of consistency, especially when it comes to like fasting and scheduling. That's just not me. That's just not me. So I am very much more so of the let's go walk, let's go, let's do a workout. I have it ain't a Peloton, it's a NotaTrack. I got a whole NotaTrack bike at home. Like I got all kinds of stuff, so I don't have no excuses. But I think like that mental, it's a lot. But I think also once we start having conversations, with our older generations, our parents, our grandparents, and really understanding our health, our body, the things that our history gives us. I think once we learn what we have going on, it will kind of also help us do better with eating and exercising and understand why, our weight kind of fluctuates. Speaking for me anyways, because I literally fluctuate up and down the scale consistently, but there is a specific number that I don't go past. Never gone past it, don't plan on going past it. But yeah, I want to kind of take this year to really get back on my weight journey and really understanding the history of my family so that I can kind of maybe there's something I could critique to kind of keep the consistency of that weight journey, losing it, because I never have a goal to be skinny. I love thickness, like love it. I love my curves and my hips and everything. But toned would be nice Tone would be very, very nice. So I just wanted to give us a little moment to talk about something that we are doing in our personal lives, our personal journeys, share that with y'all. And so we're going to move on to this next little segment, and we're calling it The Mess in the Message. Or excuse me, The Message in the Mess. There is always a message in a messy situation. And so, Diva, who's going to be our messy situation today? It's going to be Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter, okay?
Oh.
We're gonna work out this mess in the message. So you guys, once we get the podcast up and going, what we plan for this to be is our Q&A segment. And we plan on either you guys emailing us questions, your situations. We won't say names, but give us your situation. We'll separate the mess from the message for you and give you, the reality standpoint of it so that maybe you can look at the situation a little bit differently. So here we are, Diva. We are in the year of our Lord 2023. And on February the 8th, Kevin Hunter was denied access to the alimony checks that Wendy has been paying since 2020 of October when they divorced. And so, Kevin ran on down to the courthouse and he said, I got to file an emergency motion because I'm not getting no money. And my bills ain't being paid. And I don't have no insurance. And I don't have no car insurance. I got a knee issue. I need to have surgery, but I can't afford it. And so he ran on down there to get his little emergency funds put back in place. But when they got to the courthouse, the judge said, not so. And so it looks like they got a little situation on their hand because now Kevin and Sharina don't have no income coming in. And Wendy said, I'm not paying.
Period.
So, Diva, what do you think the message is for Kevin and Sharina in all this mess?
Well, some men have been very emotional over this topic because they feel like women do it all the time. They expect their alimony, they expect their money, so forth and so on, right? But I'm not going to go down that path right now. You want me to give Mr. Hunter a message in the side chick Serena? Well, let me tell you something. Every dog has their day. And Serena, you was messing with somebody else's husband for over a decade. I mean, that has got to be a record. And I'm sure maybe there's more of them out there that have done it. But for over a decade, you hung in there, waiting and waiting for this man to leave his wife and then come to you. But before he left his wife, you had no problem spending her money, okay, and just sitting back. And now look at y'all two. At the end of the day, y'all can't live without Wendy. Y'all can't function without Wendy. Y'all can't function without her money. And I say, you know what? Karma is the beast, and y'all getting yours. And I never wish bad on anybody. But when they slap that foreclosure sign on your house, that Wendy paid for, okay? When they come and repo those cars, okay? When you got to take little mama on the bus instead of in that luxury Benz or whatever else y'all got over there in that house in Florida. Oh, well, don't care. This is what you signed up for. When you think that you are going to build a house of happiness off of the back of somebody else's pain, you just as about as crazy, dumb, and stupid as they come. It don't work like that. Like we said earlier, this ties into a little bit of the conversation we said earlier. Everything you do has a consequence to it.
Yep.
It's going to pop up later. So if you think you're going to make somebody else miserable and then you're going to be happy, you have got to be a fool. Boomerang, it came right back around to you. You had when you was part of Wendy Williams being miserable for years. She had to worry about you. And now here it is. She's getting the last laugh. Okay. And your man wants to claim he's the king but up behind the purple chair. But honey, you gotta have the talent. You could be a talent agent, but until you have the talent, you're not gonna make no money. So what is he really the king of? If he was all that, Serena, he would have took you and your vegan recipes and had a whole situation going on. But guess what? That failed like all the businesses that you tried to start off with Wendy Williams money. Good luck, girl. Good luck, goodbye. Pack the boxes and to the left, okay? And listen, y'all can go rent a studio apartment. I really don't care. Go down to what you call it, the place where you get the food stamps and all that, or
social services.
the social, thank you, social services. And somebody said, go get Obamacare. Because, you know, he claimed he got the hip pain and all this other stuff.
Child, Obamacare ain't gonna pay for that.
I ain't mad at you. Bye. Auntie Robin, what are your thoughts?
Well, hold on real quick. Let me give my mess in the message real quick. Let me give my mess in the message. Because let me tell you, we're going to take this to a personal level.
Oh, shoot. Okay? Let me sit up.
Okay. I am coming on behalf of our dear Wendy Williams, the one and only. Okay. And so this is the message in all of this mess. Okay. What you won't do is come to Wendy's world with her talent, manage her while she makes you money, and then, you know, have a baby with her. Now, she was okay what you was doing on the side. Now, we had a rule: don't bring no baby home. And so this is what I was saying, you know, sometimes, you know, this is why I don't judge, because everybody has different things. Certain things work for certain relationships. If you okay with your man stepping out on you, that's your business. If y'all got rules and regulations to work that out, that's your business. But what you won't do is break the rules and then think I'm going to continue to foot the lifestyle for you that I created for you in the first place. And so Wendy, you know, she let him run on down there and have, you know, the alimony. And she let him run on down there and, you know, get a couple of $1 million. And she let him run on down there and get a life insurance policy on her, you know, because Wendy was in love with the man. But what you won't do is keep this mess up and think she wasn't going to give a message. And what was that message? I'll pay you for a little while. But after that little while is up, I'm coming back to collect my check. And the bank account will be closed. That is in the name of Kevin Hunter and Sharina. The house will be foreclosed. That is in the name of Kevin Hunter and Sharina. The car will be repoed. That is in the name of Kevin Hunter and Sharina. The businesses disappeared. That are in the name of... What you won't do in this mess is come for Wendy after she told you what you will not do. Because we all also know Wendy had a plan from the jump. She had a plan. She said, I was going to get rid of him. I'll pay this little money. But what she also said was, I ain't no fool. And what happened? Them alimony checks stopped. So who the fool down?
Standing ovation. Okay.
Round of applause.
Okay. How you doing, Kevin? How you doing?
Auntie Robin, real quick, give us your message in all of this mess. What is it?
The message, as my late mother would say, is the slick can't outslick the slicker.
Period. And that's that on that. Sebastian?
Well, Kelvin, whatever your name is.
That part.
That's right, Kevin. What? Yeah, which one is it?
Whatever it is. I don't care. You're gonna have to switch states or whatever. Well, I think he's in Florida. Go get the medical marijuana. That will help with the hip because you're not getting no surgery. That's one. We know you're not getting no surgery. Not from the Wendy Williams dollar. Take out a loan. Take out a medical loan if you have to.
Charity care. Do what you gotta
I don't
do.
think I don't think no one really wants to do charity with a musty man like him. Sharina, you thought because as the days are moving, as times are progressing, that the glorification of the side piece would make you have the ability to get some type of social status in front of the Wendy Williams. Well, clearly you thought wrong. Take your baby and leave this man because he's not going to do nothing for you. He doesn't have the diamonds anymore that he did when he was under the Wendy Williams. When he was under the Wendy Williams, he doesn't have that money anymore. So you're gonna have to figure your stuff out. Go separate ways. I don't even know if they're married or not because I really don't pay attention about their life.
No, they ain't married because that's why he ain't marry her because he wanted to keep getting that alimony check.
Oh well, too bad now. If he don't want to marry you now, that means he never truly loved you and just used you for a toy.
LB,
That's
what
it.
is alrighty,
Bye,
LB? What is your message in
Okay,
this
I have
mess?
a saying, like Beyonce say, bow down. Wendy had a master plan. And right now she's sitting back with her binoculars like she said that she was and she's saying, checkmate, boy, checkmate, that part.
Period.
She sat back like a real bird watcher. Let them get real comfortable. Eat that food, Serena. Cook that food, Serena. Go ahead, be comfortable. You driving good, you're living good. Guess what? I'm coming for that magic carpet.
Yes, snatch her from up under.
Checkmate. Wendy came through like Hurricane Katrina. She knocked them all off the map and then sat down and went to therapy and said, I'm sitting up here right now getting my life together. Come on now. Come on now. That's the mastermind. I love you, Miss Wendy, with the purple chair. Come on.
Emmanuel,
what is sitting in that purple chair?
Yeah, and the last part of my
Who
point
the
is,
king now?
remember when they on the 18, what did the man always say? I love it when a plan come together. Boom.
She dropped that thing that said, denied. Emmanuel, what is your message
for Wendy
in
for sure.
this mess?
Let me just say this. This is the most cowardly, unmanly thing I've heard. Instead of going around running to the courthouse, why don't you go run around looking for a job, you know, like a real job where you can take care of yourself. And one last thing, look, karma has no menu. You don't get what you pick. You get what you deserve. All right? You never can win when you play dirty, in the words of Nene. You never can win.
When you play dirty. That part.
Shan, what is Emmanuel? That was on point. Shan, what is the message in this mess for you, sweetie?
God don't like ugly. You can't walk around being ugly to people and just expect your life to be perfect.
Right.
I just want to say I went to Wendy's earlier and they're hiring Kevin. So you can go, check them out. I got me, a 10-piece spicy chicken nugget, sweet and sour sauce. They're hiring. And Kevin is the exact definition of a waste man. In Jamaica, we say waste man. Just have no use to society. Living off a woman. How dreadful.
Ooh, I like that. A waste man, honey. Living off of the ladies. Come on, what you trying? Ooh, I gotta use that one. I love it.
Smoke, what is the message in this mess?
Well, my words for Kelvin Hunter, aka Eugene Dusty Krabs, and Dollar Tree discounted Tabitha Brown, because she would never. See what happens when you mess up your money and you live above your means. You thought you was gonna be collecting them checks forever. Now look at you. You got a broken hip and nobody buying your nasty pancake pies. So I'm gonna need Kevin to jump on that Uber Black with his Benz so he can pay for that car note, pay for that health insurance, pay for that baby, and sure enough, pay for that house and that home association's fee. Because the way things are going, he about to be on the main streets, in the words of Cookie Lions. That's why they made sidewalks so moss like you can grow. Next.
Whoa. Wow. Okay. So moss like you can grow. Kevin Hunter, receive it. Listen, these are the messages that have been received from the mess that you have created alongside with Wendy. And so I believe that the message is you need to get a job. You need to man up.
Yeah.
And preferably some therapy as well, because something's not right. And you need to be a better father to your son. What kind of example are you leading?
Yeah.
Do better. When you do better, when you know better, you do better.
Yeah,
Period.
Kevin Jr., right? Because he's never mentioning Kevin Jr. in his whole
Never,
thing.
never.
Me.
Horrible. So,
Yeah.
Diva, this has been fun. And I want to kind of close this out by getting everyone's opinion on tonight, seeing what y'all liked, what y'all want to see more of. And so I think we'll go, if you don't mind, we can start with Smoke at the bottom. Smoke, can you give us your opinions? Give us your thoughts, what you like, what you dislike. Everyone, please be honest. Our feelings will not be hurt. We want to do what we can so that we can give y'all the best show ever. So, Smoke?
Wait, what am I saying?
Thoughts and opinions.
What did you think about the podcast?
Wait, no, Royaire. He's like, what am I saying about this non-memorable show?
No, I literally looked away for a second. I was listening to something and I heard Royaire, so I thought he was just rapping up like y'all was closing out. I didn't know it was something to respond to. I thought it was for people in the comments.
Gosh, Smoke, I need you to focus.
Okay, folks. Okay, I'm here. We see each other. Okay, what's the question?
No,
I need you. I want everyone on the panel and then in the chat as well. If y'all can give us your honest opinion of how you felt about tonight, what you want to see more of, what you maybe think we need to tweak. Do you like the name? Just give us your opinion.
I like the vibes. You and Diva have worked well off each other, so definitely don't mess with that. Keep that as is, and like it will work itself out however you want it to. Nothing as of yet. I don't know about the name.
It's not catchy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not feeling
I don't know. I don't think it's I don't think it's where it represents both of y'all as an entity. It's not. Okay. It's you're in kind of in the realm, but I think something better will evolve, and you'll find it. And I can't wait to see the intro that y'all come up with. This is gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see it. But overall, it's good. You guys know how to moderate and keep us on the tracks so we don't go off the rails. So I think. Trust your instincts, like as far as like your content and the things that we talk about, and I think you have a home run on your hands.
Yes, thank you, Smoke. We love you.
Hi, good, yeah.
Shan, our cousin Shan, niece Shan.
I loved it. I was excited when I saw, the post, and I think it was good. Y'all do feed well off of each other, and I love the topics. I love the positivity with the shade. I think it's good. I love the name actually. Like Lady, it sounds like Lady Dior, like a bag that I want. Lady Diva sounds so good,
Look
so
classy,
I like that.
Right? Just
Prince
class.
Royaire, I love that. I think the name is perfect. The only thing I don't like is y'all be leaving me out of stuff. No, I'm kidding.
Shan, we need you to leave our personal family business off the internet, Shan. Leave our personal family business.
No, but I loved it. I think it's great. And I support y'all.
She is doing a Prince. You know what? Sharon, we may have to ban you from part 3 because you're getting a little beside yourself now. It's giving William vibes when we don't like you.
No, it's giving trueness. But anyways, no, I think it's good and I'm excited and I loved it. It was great. The name is popping. I like it.
Okay, yes. Emmanuel, give us your tea. What you think?
Yeah, I loved it. It was a great time. I like the topics like the one we did where like we're like jumping off like a hot topic, but then like we like give our like insight of like what we know or maybe like our experiences to kind of like relate to it. I feel like that's what makes it really interesting. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for y'all. And the name, I mean, y'all could come up with like a lot of things. Like y'all don't even have to like even put your name. Like maybe y'all could do something like, I don't want to reference it, but you know, reasonably shady. Like you know how that doesn't have their name on it, but it has like a title,
Yes,
like kind of
I do.
describing what it
They
could be
do.
or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it was great.
Yeah, thank you for the feedback. And listen, y'all can email us, but we'll get to that. We'll leave your information. But thank you. LB.
LB, the diva herself. This let me
Well,
tell you, this picture, LB. Look,
Honey,
I love everybody in the chat, but LB, this picture,
oh,
hunty.
thank you.
giving everything,
It's
okay?
giving
Giving
married to
everything.
medicine. That's what it's
Thank
giving.
Bold, honey.
Oh,
Married to medicine.
Bold.
I was thinking about actually going out for that show this year because they were recruiting, and I thought about flying out to Atlanta to do it, but I don't know. My son was like,
What show?
"I am not about to be on no television."
I
He
can
don't
see
have
you
to
doing
be.
it. You
Listen,
have to look.
he don't have to sign the contract.
What show? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What
Married
show?
to medicine. I told her she looks
Married
like
to
one of the
Medicine.
married to medicine.
Oh, you
Listen,
do.
she is giving. So listen,
Child.
LB, if you want to do it, you know, we
We
can make the
support you.
commit. We
I'm
support.
not gonna put my my son out there like that because he had an opportunity to be on a show and he was like, no, no, thank you. I want to live my life the way I've been living it, you know. And I understand,
Okay.
like he said, he got you have social media to put your own stuff out there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but for me, I'm gonna be honest, time management, we have to stay on time track with the subjects. So I think Prince, you're the perfect person for that. Because
True.
Yeah.
True.
So
True.
I'm sorry,
You
honey.
talking facts. You talking facts.
But you're quick to cut up a person. You should have been a butcher because you'd be like, you are quick, honey. Okay, I'm gonna start calling you Edward Scissor Prince because you cut it up.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, come on, go ahead, Sebastian. What do you want to say?
No, we got to move on.
It be 3:00 in the morning. Go ahead, what you want to say?
I want to say this.
Wait, hold that. No, LB, you finish.
LB, finish up with what you.
Yeah, I just think time management with
Yes.
these segment. That's the only thing. But the name, I would change it to the Lady and the Prince or something like that. To give it a little bit more catchy ring.
Yeah.
But other than that, I love you guys.
We love you.
Wait a minute, I work my schedule around y'all. You see what I'm saying? And when I don't, I'll be in the rooms. It's how you doing? But hold 1 second. I'm on let me let y'all get some life since y'all not outside.
Oh, okay.
Sebastian, our little brother.
Yes,
my little
I
brother.
want to say this. You guys are doing very good. Keep it up.
Ooh, what you eating?
The name, I'm not eating anything.
Oh.
The names are great. I also found a new name for you guys.
Okay.
The Royal Affairs. The Royal Affairs.
It's a no from me, but
The Royal Express. The Royalty Station. The Grand Royal Station.
The Grand Royal Station.
It sounds like a literal train station.
Well, we are on train. We're on the Diva train and Royaire's train. We jump off carts all the time. The train
Don't listen to him with the name.
jumps carts all the time, just like we're about to do right now. Y'all all are laughing. But anyway, that's all I gotta say. So have a good night.
Thank you.
I just want to say Sebastian is sucking down on them old school like Pimp Daddy butterscotch candies. That's what he
I'm
eats.
screaming. Not the church candy. That's that church candy.
Keep it on track, Royaire. Keep it on track. Go to Auntie Robin. Time management. Time management.
Okay, well, I like to start by saying that this is a great beta test, and however you dress it up, this is a very rich community of supportive people. I do agree with LB about time management.
I know.
As relates to the title, I think it would be there were some really great suggestions in the chat.
At the beginning, there were.
And
Yes,
I wrote them down. I wrote many of
Okay,
them
good.
down. And I'm sure that when you review them, Royaire, you'll do that. Of course, you know me. I took me some copious notes. My suggestion about the title would be to review the suggestions and put them on your community page and put them up for a vote. Mostly because there are so many great suggestions, and it helps to bring the community of all of us here together. One suggestion I have, which I feel like I learned from this particular experience, is that I would love to see two things out of this podcast moving forward. The first of them is to have a dedicated subject. So, for example, we have LB, who is a practicing physician, and we might want to call on her and her expertise for certain medical issues, have the show open with a discussion around the issues, and then have call-ins. I think it would be a great opportunity for both education first, and second, of course, to share our own experiences. The other thing I'd love to see is a dedicated follow-up podcast. So, for example, tonight, Emmanuel told us about the Psychology Today article that Diva said you're going to reference. I like us to not just say, oh, yeah, I'm going to check that out and get back. I want us to really keep a running list and dedicate time to really going back, because one of the things that I have learned is, again, this is such a rich community. We have so many things that we can, will, and do share. It is a shame not to follow up on those shared fields of experiences. I think that's all I have for now, but I will absolutely email you every note that I've taken.
Oh, we love you, Robin.
Love you back.
Thank you.
Yes, we way over time and time management. Yes, I will say this real quick. I think we're going to do a show on this article that Emmanuel suggested. I think it's a good thing, because a lot of conversation goes around body counts. I got a girlfriend, I love her to death. She said nobody will never know. I know, but she said no, you can't tell these men nothing. You tell you got to keep your business to yourself. But there's a lot of conversation around body counts. But we'll talk. But I'm gonna shut up, Royaire. Royaire, come on, pull this thing back together. LB just told you the one that manages the time. I'm shutting up.
It's okay. Listen, as we said, tonight was a test run. I want to thank everybody for who came in, who joined us in on the live tonight. I really believe that this podcast is like, y'all, I have a whole list of things that I want this podcast to be for me and Diva and for the community. So y'all email us, like this video, comment down below if you loved it, email us your suggestions. Like Auntie Robin said, we're going to do a poll. So we're going to go back and review this video, see what names were given, email some names, and then we'll come to a conclusion of a couple of names. And then we'll put up a poll on our community page and we'll go from there. So I'm super excited. Everybody's saying this is a great show, Diva. I think we did really, really great outside of time management. I want you guys to let me know, should we keep this live? Should we do something recorded? Just let me know your thoughts. Let us know what you want to see, and we're going to do that, okay? Tomorrow, if everybody can join us at 12 p.m., we are having a day of love on Naughty Love's channel. So please go over to either my or Diva's community page. The flyer is on there. There is a quiz that we want you to take, the love language quiz. It's about 10-15-minute quiz, not long at all. Take that quiz, come in tomorrow at 12 with your results, and we're going to have some good, fun, loving conversation. So we're super excited about that. I believe we said next Saturday we're going to do part 3, Diva. Next Saturday?
Yes, we are.
Okay, next Saturday, part 3 at 3 o'clock still. You want to do that?
Yeah, we do 3 o'clock. What's next
3?
Saturday's date?
The 18th.
Yeah, I'm good for the 18th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So the 18th, 3 o'clock, meet us over right back here in Chronicles of the Gray Haired Divas building, and we are going to be doing part 3 of Prince Harry Spare. And in this part 3, we're going to invite y'all to come in and have the conversation with us on part 3 and overall the general of the book. Part 1 and part 2 was amazing. If you missed it, check out part 1 here on Chronicles of the Gray Haired Diva, part 2 over on my channel, and then part 3 will be here. We're also giving away a free book, so make sure that Diva, we need to figure out what our thing is to get this book out. So
we'll speak to Robin, because Robin knows how to organize us.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Our manager, Auntie Robin.
Yes, indeed. She's our manager.
Anything you got, Diva?
No, we're good. I'm shutting up. I'm trying to keep my mouth shut, because I'll keep running and running and running. So I'm shutting up. You close us out.
All righty. Tomorrow, somebody said what time? Tomorrow is at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on Naughty Love's channel. I have her linked in that on my community page, so you can go right on my community page, click her name, go over there, take the quiz. This was so much fun. This will be coming out in March, y'all. So be on the lookout. Like as Diva said, email us, royairesworld@gmail.com. Chronicles, come on, Diva, help me out.
ChroniclesGrayhead@gmail.com.
ChroniclesGrayhead@gmail.com. We love y'all so much. Thank you so much. And we will see y'all tomorrow at 12 o'clock. I love you guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you.